Countdown to Face Off is presented by Castor. We're live in Saskatoon on a Saturday evening. It's the National Lacrosse League as the Saskatchewan Rush take on the Las Vegas Desert Dogs. Cody Jansen, John Fraser with you this evening. We got a big matchup here. Saskatchewan coming off their first loss of the season. Vegas on the flip side coming off of their first win. And they got some offense at an unlikely source.
Certainly. Coming out of Jackson Webster, the third-round pick finally finds his way into the Las Vegas lineup. But what does he do? About 3 goals, 3 assists for 6 points in his professional debut. What a game for Jackson Webster. We're going to see tonight if he can go back-to-back, because he's going to be a key part of a Vegas victory tonight.
How about that for a third-round pick? Kudos to Sean Williams and his staff there for Saskatchewan. They were missing a couple of pieces against Philly a couple weeks ago, and it was Mike Triolo, the big guy, stepped up with a big performance.
Yeah, 6'8", 4 goals. When he's feeling it, he's impossible to stop with that big frame. We're talking about unlikely scores. How about a guy that they signed as a free agent off the couch, off the street, and he shows up in a big way against Philly last week. Had a couple good looks in overtime, but not quite enough for the Rush. Should be interesting to see how that Rush offense looks as they get some bodies back tonight, Cody.
Saskatchewan's played a lot of close games here for Triolo. Gets a little bit of help back here. We'll get to some starters and scratches in a moment. But speaking on the special teams side of things, the Rush power play had some issues. Something's got to give.
Oh, certainly. The Rush power play last in the league at just 26% so far this season. On the flip side, though, Vegas penalty kill last in the league at 35%. So special teams going to be a big part of this one tonight, Cody.
Well, special teams is definitely something to keep an eye on, as is goaltenders this evening. Let's start with Landon Kells, 1-4 on the year. Goals against average just over 14 and a 74% save percentage. Across the floor from him, Frank Sciliano, the veteran, 3-1 this year, 9.6 goals against average and a save percentage just under 800. At the dot, it'll be Jake Naso, the rookie, taking on Connor Kirst. Ref is ready, ball is down, and we are underway on Co-op Field. Face-off violation called on Jake Naso, so Vegas will get the ball first. Kirst, 44% at the dot this season. Dogs have possession, and they'll run it through Jack Hanna, the American sniper. Over to Patra, trying to go short side on Frank Sciliano. He is denied, and the loose ball will be scooped up by Jarrett Smith. He'll airmail one over for Ryan Barnable. Barnable now 2 goals on the season through 4 games as a defender. Zach Mans has it out of the corner. Team lead, 14 goals for Zach Mans. Into Robert Church. Robert Church now trying to pull it 5-hole. He's in his first game since December 14th. He was injured against Halifax on this same turf. A lower body injury. He's back in the lineup, as is Austin Shanks and Adam Jay, who missed the last contest for the Rush against Philly. Connor McClelland, he'll wallpaper his guy Garland, has the loose ball, and he'll find Matt Hossick. Scratches in this one, no Bobby Kidd III and no Levi Anderson for the Rush. Zach Mans has the ball. He'll slow things down. Vegas scratches Dylan Watson and Sean Wesley. Mans still has it. Across the floor, finds Robert Church. Church now thought about driving low, has some room to shoot, decides to dump it in the corner. Mans backdoor had Haley, but he couldn't connect on the quick stick.
Definitely going to be a different look for this Rush offense compared to their last game, and they get the bodies back in Church and Shanks.
Transition attempt is denied by Frank Sciliano, save number 3, and then he airmailed one for Barnable, hit him in the stick, couldn't come down with it, and it's grabbed by Nick Preston. Now Preston, the Victoria boy, oh, you gotta like seeing that story. He was on the Rush practice roster last year, got released, and he gets picked up by Vegas, playing in his second career NLL game. One of the hardest working guys on this Dogs team. Hanna will set the pick. Shot comes. Sciliano's gonna make that save on Donville.
Nice start for Frank Sciliano so far in this one. Perfect on the 4 shots. Another guy I'd like to see some more out of tonight here, Cody. Zach Mans only had one. Meanwhile, Ryan Keenan, who's got it right now. Last time we played Vegas, 10-point night.
Keenan has it, and the captain. Couple of little fakes here. Triolo got taken down hard. Penalty upcoming. Church with the ball. Church now cross for Keenan. 6-on-5. Sciliano's on the bench. Church has it. Mans is the extra man off. Far side. Kells made the save. Rebound. That'll get scooped up by Josh Jackson. And the Rush are going to the power play.
See what kind of a change that Robert Church makes to the Rush power play. He had double-digit power play goals last season. A big one for him, and he's back. A bit of a miracle recovery, Cody. I know you and I were chatting all week. We didn't think he'd be in the lineup tonight.
And yet here he is. Rush power play, 26%. Here you got to look at the cross check. You can see it on the left side of your screen. Stick to face, that's an easy call. Rush are on the man advantage. Ryan Keenan will captain the ship. Mans is on his right, shooter spot. Church will give it go with him. Down for Clark Walter on the crease. Pass across to Shanks. Couple of fakes, and Shanks stepped in the crease, so he can't touch the ball. He's got to reassert himself in the play. Loose ball gets scooped up by Robert Church, though. Fresh shot clock for this unit to work with. Keenan over to Mans. Keenan's got 1 goal so far this season. 11 up top, looks to shoot behind the back pass. Mans shot, that got blocked. And the ball is grabbed by Connor Kirst. Kirst, the captain's going to run it. 2-on-1. Keenan's the low man back, and he scores. Connor Kirst short-handed, and Vegas draws first blood.
Coming into this one, we are talking about how Vegas has the worst penalty kill in the league so far. Well, does it really matter if all of a sudden you're able to score? Connor Kirst, the captain, coming up big here. His 3rd of the season. This one short-handed for the Vegas Desert Dogs. And the Rush power play has been struggling all year, but look at this, just pure hustle play here by Kirst. Scoops the loose ball up at his own end, takes a good look. He knows he's got a guy. I love the little head fake. Got Chiliano maybe a little off balance, thinking a pass was coming. Nobody in Saskatchewan had the legs get back. And it's 1-0 for the Vegas Desert Dogs. And suddenly, SaskTel Center is very quiet, Cody.
Vegas has 4 short-handed goals this season. They've also allowed 4, but the Rush power play will go to work as Naso gets a face-off win here. Hossack hands it off for Austin Chase. Trying to go quick here. Thought he could catch Landon Kells off guard. Bit of a different look, but the Rush got the ball back here. Still have 20 on the shot clock. Church is up top. He'll step down into one, and that's soaked by Landon Kells.
Definitely looks like Church is healthy after the lower body injury. Hard to step into him with any kind of velocity like that when your lower body's not working. But again, not much going for the Rush on their power play. A league worst, 26% coming into this.
Patra up top for Jackson Webster, the Canisius alumni. For Kyle Killen, that shot got blocked by Messenger, and he'll kick the loose ball down here. Rush have about 30 seconds left on this power play. Pretty much one more opportunity to get things set up as Messenger airmails one for Zach Mans. These two teams did meet last season. The Rush won 17-5. Zach Mans 4 goals in that game. Power play still works. Brock Haley's up top. Keenan, backdoor feed. Shanks is behind the net. Keenan's shot got stopped. Got his own rebound, though. Knocked free by Connor Kirst. Kirst now trying to scoop the loose ball. They did reset the shot clock here. Keep an eye on that, but Kirst will come out cleanly. Mans is on the back check, and he flips one over to Brandon Goodwin. Goodwin now. He will circle back. He was picked up in that Panther City dispersal draft by Vegas, the Rush, and that one obviously got Matt Hossack, a former member of the Saskatchewan squad. Here's Jonathan Donville. Donville now kicks it up top for Jack Hanna. Hanna bobbled the pass. Matt Hossack is going to come up there. Thought he knocked it free for a second. Now he's going to kick it forward, and he'll grab it himself there as Hossack was coming into this weekend leading the NLL with 15 caused turnovers.
He's not a guy you want to get one-on-one with anywhere on the floor. Great combination of speed and strength.
Austin Shanks scores! Austin Shanks, welcome back to the lineup. He's on the board, and we're tied at 1.
The Rush seem to be missing a little something on their right side last time they played against Philly, and this time it's back, that being Austin Shanks and Robert Church. Shanks makes his presence felt early in this one. The big free agent signing goes low to low. Landon Kells have been having a great start to this one, made several big saves. That time, low to low will fool him, and Shanks is going to be on the board in his return game with his 8th of the season.
Shanks had 23 goals last season for the Halifax Thunderbirds. Face-off will be spun out by Jake Naso, and Mike Messenger grabs the loose ball. Messenger now floats a pass through the middle, and that got picked off by Gagliardi. Up top, Donville zips one across. Jackson Webster on the logo. Donville Defended by Jake Boudreau. Little give and go with Hannah. Donville now. Big windup, trying to let a bouncer go. It's over the net, and Jay's just going to bat this one forward. Won't be over and back, but we'll see. Kells has it. Now he can dump it down. So the shot clock's going to expire, but hey, you get the restart, and the ball's going to be started from Saskatchewan territory. Just over 5 minutes into this one. A couple of goals on each side. Austin Shanks has the latest for Saskatchewan.
Almost every week in the NLL, you'll find a couple former teammates squaring off against each other. And this week's edition is the Saskatchewan Rush's Brock Haley and Las Vegas's Adams Poitras. They were teammates together for Whitby, winning a Minto Cup, having a great time doing that. But tonight, now going head-to-head, and we're going to see probably some friendly competition between the two former teammates as to who does a little bit more on the scoring tonight, right? Coming into this one, Poitras, he's got 7 on the season, while Brock Haley in his first year, 6. So who emerges with more goals? Probably a talking point betwixt two former teammates.
Yeah, that was a fun Minto Cup, unless you're a fan of the Edmonton Miners. Obviously a 3-game thrilling series, though. Here's Robert Church with the rock. He'll zip it over to Ryan Keenan. Keenan now trying to go far side. Kells stepped out. A good challenge there. He was top of the arc and kicks that save. Rebound ends up in the corner. Scrum ensues. 5 guys trying to find one ball. Landon Kells has it rolled to him in the crease.
And you got to think if Ryan Keenan just gets one here, Cody, he's going to go in some kind of role. He's had a few great looks early on in this one. The man's just snake bitten so far this year.
Vegas turns it over, and Hossack finds Jake Boudreau. Boudreau steps down into one, and Kells with a big kick.
Jake Boudreau, franchise record holder for Lucy's in a game, scooping 21 in the first game here at SaskTel Center this year.
Jack Hannon out trying to run away from Connor McClellan. Has Kyle Killen up top. Killen's played the rush 12 times in his NLL career, has scored 21 times.
Is that good?
Casey Jackson for Donville. He'll keep it hot. Hannah trying to swing one over. Loose ball ends up in the slot here. A little fadeaway by Poitras. Ends up behind the cage. Dangerous chance, though. Good defending by Matt Hossack to keep him on his toes.
After seeing him break out last week, haven't seen a lot out of Jackson Webster so far. Bit of a quiet start to this game for the Vegas rookie.
Zach Mance out of the corner. Mance finds Brock Haley trying to go behind the back, and he bounces that one into the netting above the glass.
Haley ran into the defender like a bulldozer to create his own open space there and get a good look.
Here's Matt Accioni, almost forced an over and back. We're talking about centimeters of a difference. Vegas ball. Dylan Kinnear zips one over. Came right back to him, though, and Accioni's going to scoop it up. Accioni now. Ball came free for a second. Still has it on the logo. Thought about pushing it. He can play some offense here, but instead he'll dump it down for Ryan Barnable and head off for a change. Barnable's got the green light to stay and play, and that's exactly what he'll do. Austin Shanks is in the corner. Shanks now. Thought pass first. Now he's going to back into a corner. Ball came free. Goodwin's all over him. Church is in there to help. Shot clock's got 3 on. That's going to expire on the rush.
Just a great job there by Brandon Goodwin to staple that ball up against the boards, let the shot clock expire, and keep it from not 1 but 2 rush players. Great defensive work there by Goodwin.
The veteran out of New West, British Columbia. 1-1's the score. 9-4 are the shots on goal in favor of Saskatchewan. Poitras. Little swim move on Jared Smith now. 10 on the shot clock, trying to feed Jackson. And now the loose ball is going to get grabbed by Jake Boudreau. He's kind of spinning on him there, so he takes a look and says, hey, let's be extra cautious.
Certainly don't want to have a misstep and an 8-second violation deep in your own end.
Clark Walter trying to hit Mike Triolo. Stick came out of his hands, and the ref will say, hey, you let it go a little too easy for his liking. Back the other way comes Jack Hanna. Hanna now trying to go low to high. Hits Chiliano in the chest. Messenger's got the loose ball, and he's going to float one up for Accioni. It's just over his head. The rookie, Matt Accioni, played in his 4th game now. Walks it out from the corner. Rush did have 4 down there, but they'll wait for some offensive experts as it's Drexel alumni. Zach Mance down for Walter. Hits Robert Church, but that hits his stick. and ends up going back south.
A little bit of rust after missing multiple games for the first time in his professional career there from Robert Church.
Jacob Rouet leaves for Donville. He'll go to the middle, hammers one 5-hole, but Chiliano drops down.
Another one of those Panther City Lacrosse Club connections there. Donville, former first overall pick, coming over to the Vegas Desert Dogs and providing a spark on their offense.
Mans gets the pass from Boudreau. Couple of roommates connect to Zach Mans. Oh, that one's top shelf.
Zach Mans going straight upstairs where his roommate Jake Boudreau sets him up. Mans, one of the best shooters in the league, and the Rush goal-scoring leader, only had one goal against Philly last week. Comes up early in this one, scoring his 15th of the season. I think he was one of a handful of guys that might have been a little bit under the weather. You get a good look here as Boudreau waits to get the offensive experts out there, and Mans shows why he's dubbed the title of offensive expert.
Jake Boudreau will pick up his 5th assist of the season for Zach Mans. That's number 15 through 5 games. Back of the stripe, Jake Naso. Go head-to-head with Connor Kirst one more time. Kirst still battle hard at the dot. Naso's had a lot of success here. One of the best of the NCAA circuit all time. And he makes an outlet pass for Jarrett Smith. Barnable on the logo, leaves it for Ryan Keenan. Keenan now over the restraining line. The captain, 15 on the shot clock, has Shanks up top. Triolo sets the pick. Shanks for Robert Church, and he just missed. Top right. Free ball, jump ball. Keenan knocks it to Shanks. 2 on the shot clock. Shanks is going to throw it down, and Mans has to put it on the carpet. 4:33 left to go in quarter number 1. Zach Mans rips one to rope, and the Rush are up by 1. The city of Saskatoon is situated on Treaty 6 territory, the traditional lands of the Cree, Saulteaux, Dene, Dakota, Lakota, Nakota, and homeland of the Métis Nation, and the homeland of the Métis peoples. The NLL acknowledges all nations, Indigenous and non, who live, work, and play on this land, and who honor and celebrate this territory.
Early start going well here for the Saskatchewan Rush. Gave up the first one to the Vegas Desert Dogs, but back-to-back goals to start a mini run here, and of course led once again. It's easy to get mini runs going when you got a strong face-off guy. Jake Naso now in the building. They acknowledge every single one of his face-off victories.
Per Adam Levy, he's on pace to set a Rush record here this season. Yeah, he's a numbers guy, not me, but I trust that guy. Frank Chiliano with the stop, and Jake Boudreau is going to go on a bit of a run here. 3-on-2. Boudreau decides, doesn't really like that shot lane, and he pulls it back for Clark Walter. Walter now, far side of the floor. On the restraining lines, Brock Haley running in with a head of steam. Church now, Walter scores! Air Walter converts, and the Rush are up 3-1.
The Rush had taken Walter out of the lineup for a couple of games and put in rookie Levi Anderson. Walter got his chance last week with some of the illness bug going around the Rush team, and I don't think you can take this guy out of the lineup for the rest of the season, no. Cody. He has been everything the Rush need. He's gritty, he finds open space, and the guy can bury. Already 2 points on the night. That one, great athletic goal, flying through the air, putting it behind Kells, and the man they call Sparky, sparking his Rush once again.
Yeah, I know everyone's going to look at the guy flying through the crease, but rewind it 5 seconds and look at the pick Zach Mans set. Kids, you want to be a forward in the National Lacrosse League? You can't just rely on putting up 84 points a year. You got to do the little things that don't get recognized on the stat sheet. That's Zach Mans setting a pick. Back the other way. Here comes Vegas. Kirst now caught on his offside. Couldn't catch that pass cleanly.
And the Rush, the defense has been doing a good job keeping the dangerous Vegas offensive players to the outside, not really letting them get established, getting the good looks at Chiliano. I know they have the one goal, but not a ton of good looks on Frank so far.
Mans down for Keenan. Little two-man game. Keenan, room to shoot, and he scores! Monkey off the back. The captain has his second of the year.
You said it before I could, Cody. I was about to say, get that monkey off the captain's back, as Ryan Keenan, just his second on the year. He's been snake bitten so far. Like I said, he's been getting good looks, good opportunities, and finally one drops and maybe the floodgates will open. He had a ton of success against Vegas last year with a 10-point game, and maybe that's exactly what the captain needs, what the doctor called for. Rush on a 4-goal run.
Yeah, I don't think anyone really thought that Ryan Keenan was going to be quiet for too long, did they? I mean, he's got 22 points in 3 games against Vegas in his career, so...
I mean, I got a couple texts from people. I got people suggesting on socials we should trade him. I had to tell them, nah, you're not doing that.
We'll let the X conversation live where it lies. Here's the Rush offense, up by 3, less than 3 to go in the first. Clark Walter zips one over to Robert Church. Refs didn't like the pick that was set in the middle, so the push will send Vegas up north. David Brock hands it off. Donville give and go with Webster. Donville, little push off on Barnable, spin move inside, and he's robbed by Chiliano.
After the Dwight Schrute spin move, an even more impressive save by Frank Chiliano.
Rush will push the pace. Haley for Shanks. Shanks far side scores. Paint the top corner green. Austin Shanks has his second.
The Rush now on their longest goal run at home this season. Everybody's healthy, everybody's back in the lineup, and we're starting to see the potential of a full-strength Rush team. Look at this one again, Austin Shanks. He, of many goals scored in this league, a big free agent signing for the Rush. He goes top corner, and we've got a goaltender switch here down on the floor as you get another look at the Austin Shanks Super Mario off the board celebration. Not the smoothest, a little slip. 6 out of 10 on the celly, 10 out of 10 on the goal, Cody.
In comes Justin Getty between the pipes as Naso and Gagliardi meet at the dot here. Holden Garland got tripped up. Vegas gets possession though. Brandon Goodwin decides to opt out. He can play some forward. Goodwin can let it fly. He's already got one of the best goals of the season. And he's got 2 on the year. Here goes Hannah cruising through the crease. He was looking for someone. Penalty coming here. And I believe Messenger's getting it for the cross check.
Yeah, the cross check from behind looks to be the signal. As you get a look here at Landon Kells, looks like his night is over. This isn't a reset, as you just watched. Great shot by our camera crew there, as you saw him rip off his helmet in frustration. So this is Nick Daymood's game for the rest of the way. Pardon me.
Justin Getty.
Justin Getty. Looking at my old roster. I forgot to refresh that one. Justin Getty into this game here. Nick Daymood, of course, playing for the Philadelphia Wings.
Getty did pick up a wing in this building here. You get another look at the cross check. You see number 8 in green right there. Hannah comes flying through. Messenger gets him with the stick on his back. Ref says it's worth a minor, and Vegas goes to the power play. 43% on the year. That's good for 8th in the National Lacrosse League. Hannah zips one over. Patra walks it in. Cross for kill and whiffs on the shot as Jake Boudreau brings the vacuum cleaner around.
Jake Boudreau, like we said, 21 loose balls, one night in this building. He is a human vacuum cleaner.
Rush have 2 shorthanded goals this season. The captain, Ryan Keenan, obviously they're happy with the 4-goal lead, but we've seen in the NLL nothing's safe. Here's Robert Church, 10 on the shot clock. Pass got picked off. Nick Preston had his back facing Church, and it went right in the pocket. Some might call it luck. You'll count it as good defense if you're the one holding the stick. Power play goes back to work. 70 seconds to work with. About a 2-second differential with the penalty clock and the quarter clock. Jonathan Donville's up top on this power play. It's a righty strong look. Now it's Jack Hanna at the point. Patra behind the back buries. And it's 5-2.
That was slick, Cody. Vegas started the comeback with a stylish goal. Definitely, I would say, best one we got going on so far. Patra just pops it into his stick behind the back, doesn't even look. He knew which way Chiliano was moving. He knew he had a little bit of open space here. Nice little bit of passing here with that Vegas power play. And the no-look quick stick. That is hard to do. Go grab a stick, try to do that in your backyard. You're going to break a window there. But Poitras, wow. Right between the legs of Frank Scigliano. No look, quick stick behind the back. That was pretty.
8th goal this season. 2nd overall pick a couple of years ago. Vegas wants to push the pace again, and it's Hannah. Just dunks that one off the side. I think Scigliano got a piece. Maybe it hit some red pipe as well. Barnable pushes the pace, though. Here's Ryan Barnable. Let that one go from the restraining line. Bit of a 2-for-1 look. And so what that does is Vegas now has to take a shot with about 10 seconds left or more in this quarter, so the Rush could theoretically get the ball back. Jonathan Donville's going to hold on to it. Likely you see the Desert Dogs use most of the 12 seconds on the shot clock here. Webster zips one over. Boudreau's going to defend Donville. Back pass there. Had Kinnear open. Went off of his stick, and now Kinnear one-arms it to the middle. Boudreau scooped it. And the shot clock's going to expire here. So the Rush have 10 seconds to run it up the floor. Frank Scigliano knew where he was going. He's on the bench, 6-on-5. Shank short side, stopped by Getty. And the clock in quarter number 1 is going to come to an end as Austin Shanks inches away from going short side. Justin Getty, couple of stops, has settled things here for Las Vegas. Poitras. Oh, just get a look at this one. BTB. Well, you get a look at the Shanks one first. Here's the behind the back.
Both pretty. Head to NLL.com fan zone to vote for the connection of the month presented by Eero today. One lucky winner will be selected to win a prize valued at $1,200. NLL Pick'em is the new way to get involved with weekly and monthly prizes. Everyone has a chance to win. Play today at the NLL fan zone. Terrible at picking games. That's why I don't give it a try. You know who's not terrible at things? Ryan Keenan. He's got a goal tonight. He had 94 points last season. He was off to a bit of a slow start this year. Just 1 goal and 4 assists coming into this one. But maybe Las Vegas is the remedy the captain of the Rush needs to get going. Career against Vegas, 6 goals, 16 assists. He's got 1 goal tonight and looking much more like the man that scored 94 points last year, Cody Jansen.
Naso scoops up the face-off, and quarter number 2 is underway. Vegas has had some success here against Naso at the dot. They're 5 for 8, but as you see, Gagliardi, a bit of a hack at the wrist. They'll play bully ball to see if they can beat the youngster out of Duke. Rush a couple of chances. Back-to-back saves made by Justin Getty. It's his first taste of action this year, but not his first time playing in SaskTel Center. Off the bench, Killen shot goes wide, and Messenger is going to have a chance to run up on it. Messenger overran it, still picked it up. Far side, save is made by Getty as he falls back in yard sales.
Wasn't quite sure where that ball ended up. Had to make sure it didn't cross that white line in the crease. Of course, Landon Kell started this one. Not a great start. This is Getty's game from here on out.
Jonathan Donville working on Connor McClelland. He'll spin down low, brought it back. Frank Scigliano got it with the right arm as he'll pinch this one down. It might be stuck in his gear somewhere. But to get back to the Justin Getty point, played here 2022. It was the COVID year. San Diego came up here, didn't have any goalies. So they got to get the rookie in net, and he was phenomenal. Had a .792 save percentage, made 42 saves. Seals picked up the win on this turf. Walter back over for Haley. His shot gotten blocked by Dylan Hutchison. And now he's knocked to the ground by Barkley. Didn't look like Haley had possession, but they'll say fair game. Vegas has it. Scigliano makes a stop on Poitras. Big hit down there, ends up sending the Rush south. Boudreau for Mans off the bench, scores! Double it up, Zach Mans has his 2nd of the game.
Zach Mans doubled his goal output from 1 week ago against Philadelphia. The Rush's leading goal scorer shut down by the Philadelphia Wings and is now coming up big here against Vegas so far. That's his 2nd of the night. Comes flying off the bench with that speed, and that's why the man leads the team in goals. Just look at that shot. Big shot there, going on the short side on Kells. Nice little feed there as well.
Man, the roommates are connecting. Boudreau and Mans, the two of them, moved to Saskatoon, living in Saskatchewan. And boy, they're having themselves a performance here. A Saturday night in Sask, and the Rush are up 6-2. Look at this scramble on the logo. The Rush will get possession as Jake Saunders went and dumped Boudreau. Shot clock gets reset. Rush get the rock. Keenan dumps it down. Here's Mance, put him on hat-trick watch. Floats one across for Shanks. Churchill set the pick. Shanks to the middle. Trying to go low past Getty, but he bounces it off the end boards. Good one. BTB pass. That finds Rouet. Rouet now for Hannah off the bench. Webster's far side. That's who gets the ball. Webster, rookie out of Canisius. 3 goals, 3 assists in his first game. A win over Albany with the Dogs. Here's Hannah trying to go flying, and he's stopped by Frank Sciliano.
Took him a while to get in the lineup. Jackson Webster making an impact in his first game. Looking great here when he's got a couple of looks, Cody. The Rush definitely paying attention to him, though. They know he's dangerous, so he hasn't gotten a ton of great looks.
Mans out of the corner. 15 on the shot clock. Clark Walter causing some havoc. Here's Brock Haley. Haley trying to flip it back for Triolo, but Triolo was setting the pick. And now I think we're going to get a holding call coming, as that might be the reason why Triolo had zero ability to catch the pass.
Well, and all the credit to the strength right there of Gagliardi, as he's able to bear hug all 6'8" of Mike Triolo and keep him in place. Rush power play, big storyline coming in this one, Cody. Just 26%, 0 for 1 on their first opportunity. And then on top of that, giving up a short hand of goals. You see it there, yeah. Triolo held up just a little bit. If you're holding up Triolo, it's going to be pretty obvious with the giant of a human he is.
Ryan Keenan's out of the corner. He'll walk to the middle, trying to go far side. Save is made by Getty. Now the Rush will try and put a bit of pressure on, but David Brock gets the ball. Albany alumni runs it up. They got numbers, 3-on-2. Here's David Brock right down Main Street. Save made by Sciliano. Barnum will kick the loose ball. Now he's got it, and he'll move it up the floor for Holden Carlins.
Carlin going to slow things down, let the Rush power play get a look. You got a lot of guys so far with the Rush with hot sticks, 4 different goal scorers.
Austin Shanks will walk this one in. Back for Mans, far side. Hits Getty in that right shoulder. Vegas does have a shorty in this game. It was the first one. Connor Kirst buried it. Patra's up top on the logo. Defended by Connor McClellans. Shots are 21-14 in favor of the Rush here. Jack Hanna happy to eat some clock. 7 seconds to do something. Hanna on the roll, scores. Cross body, it's the second shorty of the game for the Dogs, and Jack Hanna cuts the lead down to 3.
We talked pregame about something had to give between the Rush power play and the Vegas penalty kill. We thought that would come down to, goals being scored for a power play or penalties being killed off. Instead, 2 short-handed goals for the Desert Dogs tonight. Jack Hanna, just as I was glancing to see, he was having a bit of a quiet night so far. He gets his first of the game. Jack Hanna, so dangerous. 13 on the season, Cody.
It was defended by Messenger and Hossack there. And end of the day, if you don't get sticks on his hands, the guy can rip the pill. And that's exactly what he did. From anywhere, anytime, Jack Hanna is a threat.
Well, especially if you can go past the Rush's 2 best rated defenders.
Shanks has Church, a lefty strong look here. Walter's going to play the crease. Keenan's up top, back for Church. Keenan inside. They try to hit Church, but Vegas knew exactly what was coming there. They just left Mans all alone and surrounded 17 in green.
That's some good film study there by the Desert Dogs. Knowing that play was coming and recognizing it, that's some good coaching by Vegas.
Jack Hanna on the logo. 13 goals this season to lead the Desert Dogs. Play call comes from Donville, back to even strength. Donville looking for anyone. Trying to whip one up top. Kinnear couldn't handle it cleanly. And Messenger will scoop it. 10:01 left to go here. A little bit of confusion in-house. We'll play on. Jared Smith has it. Smith out of Manitoba. Down the floor, Austin Shanks awaits. Mike Triolo sets the seal. Shanks won't shoot it. Keenan back for Shanks. Trying to run himself into traffic. One hand on his stick. Ends up dumping it into the corner as the Rush couldn't get any ball movement on that possession.
Well, I think a little bit disjointed there as there's some confusion in-house, Cody, led to this confusion on the floor. Looks like we might be getting another penalty coming up here, Cody.
Well, now we're off to break. The Rush are off by 3 in the first half.
NLL Plus is here, and it's free. The league's new streaming service offers fans around the world access to live games, full game replays, highlights, and exclusive content. Sign up today at NLL.com/plus. I love NLL Plus, Cody, especially, getting ready for these games, working alongside you, and sometimes just, when I miss you, Cody, get to go back and watch a game and hear your lovely baritone.
Well, hey, it's the first time in 2025 we have worked together. Vegas hunting for 3 more here. Offense on the floor. Jonathan Donville, little spin move, twister on goal. Good stop by Frank Chiliano, and the outlet sent for Messenger to Matt Hossack. Messenger now. He'll run the floor. Hossack is there, but he'll wait this one out and get some help as Robert Church and Mike Triolo are the 4th and 5th forwards out there. Ryan Keenan now near side half wall. Clark Walter up top. 3 lefties out there. Church finds Walter down to Zach Mance. He's got 2 already this evening. Zach Mance trying to go far side. Misses the mark, and this is going to bounce all the way back into Saskatchewan territory.
Did not miss by much there at all. Great job there by Vegas. It's starting to feel like both teams are starting to feel what they can get away with. Lots of bodies flying, guys getting knocked down, the officiating crew calling it nice and consistent so we can get a good physical game here, Cody.
Jack Hanna, he'll walk it up top. Lets this one go, and he scores. Number 2 for 33, and Jack Hanna has his pair.
Hanna back-to-back goals here in this second quarter. First one coming shorthanded, and this one being one I'm sure that Frank Chiliano would love to have back, as he got about 99% of it. But a little bit of English from the ball out of Jack Hanna's stick, and it finds its way behind Chiliano. Second look here as Hanna just rips one with a little bit of spin on it. Pops out behind Chiliano, and he's got back-to-back. Those are the kind of bounces that great goal scorers always seem to get. Jack Hanna, 14th of the season.
3 guys with pairs of goals here this evening. Hanna, and now looks like Gagliardi and Jay are going to have a couple of words. Yeah, Messenger steps in. Garland's going to jump in there, too. Hey, rough stuff has been the talk of the town when it comes to the National Lacrosse League. Ain't no one talking about this league more on social media, and it's because of some mitts being on the turf, as Jay and Gagliardi will continue their conversation as they go to the sin bin.
Gagliardi, it all started, he was tied up with Jake Naso on the faceoff dot. As he got up, the young Rush faceoff specialist took one right to the bare meat of the shins. Gets hacked with a stick, and Adam Jay doing what you want to see a veteran do. The 6'3" defender out of Victoria steps up, gets in the face, and says, hey, you're not doing that to our faceoff guy, to our rook.
Well, let's get another look here at Jonathan Gagliardi. Here's the penalty. Watch the faceoff, so watch 27 in white.
Yeah, they lock.
So it's the faceoff win, and then it's the hack to the shins.
And then Jay stepping in like a veteran should. And it looks
so he'll get the extra. Vegas will get the extra. It'll be a Rush power play. You see the first slash on the shins. I mean, that's not even gamesmanship at this point, right? That's just a slash and a cheap shot.
Well, that's just trying to get under the skin of Jake Naso. He's been so good at the dot against all these teams this year. They're trying to throw him off of his game a bit, and I don't know why you would do that and risk a penalty when you're 50% against one of the best rookies in the league so far this year. And I get it. Well, maybe they're trying to do this on purpose because Vegas has 2 shorthanded goals, Cody. And the Rush can't do anything on the power play so far this game. So maybe this is a strategic decision. The first ever intentional penalty taken to get another shorty.
Well, they've got back-to-back goals as Hanna has one. Lefty strong look on the power play. Mans for Keenan, trying to go over to Church, and Vegas has done their homework. They cut that one off right at the start.
It's beautiful, this Vegas. Like, you just got to admire, like, the work that they've put in to recognize all the different looks by the Rush on their power play.
Mans up top, rips that one off his defender and goes out of play. The Rush aren't afraid to go quick here, as Shakes has it crease side. Church is there. Unit 1's back on the floor. Mans is up top. Little back pedal down for Shanks. Quick stick won't go. Kenny knew that was the seam he wanted. Here's Keenan, and he scores. The captain on the power play. Rush back up by 3.
So that's 2 monkeys off the back as Keenan now has his 2nd of the game. First 2-goal game of the season, 3rd goal of the season after his slow start. And the Rush have a power play goal after they've given up 2 shorthanded looks. We recognized how good Vegas was at picking up the looks, and kudos to the Rush for picking this up. Normally, that play is cross the box to Church. Church instead knows that's coming, picks it up, and gives a real quick look to the lefty quick stick. That's not usually what the Rush bring. Normally, it's a righty quick stick look. They go to the lefties. They go behind the goaltender, Justin Getty.
Well, we talked about him, said, hey, the Rush needs some offense. You want to look to the veterans. Ryan Keenan's provided that. Couple of clutch goals here, and the Rush have a power play marker, something that has not been easy to come by. Brock Haley with it. Keenan's off the bench. Put him on hat-trick watch here. 4 guys in the game have a pair of goals. Back over for Brock Haley. He's denied by Justin Getty. And Vegas will start to push the pace here. Connor McClellan, quick off the bench. They're going to wave this one off as Patra cut through the crease. They'll say he stepped in, but we're getting a holding call. And half the reason you dive through the crease is so you can draw a penalty. They've done it twice this game. Both have been penalties, and here you get a look at the holding call that's coming. Free hand, it's obvious.
That's cut and dry, especially when you're wearing giant neon green gloves on white jerseys. Makes it pretty easy for officiating crew. Again, that's an off-season focus the Rush we're talking about. Or not the Rush, pardon me, the league was talking about that off-the-stick holding call. The second the hand's off the stick, they want to be calling that. They want to make sure that there's goal scoring, that the scoring chances stay there, not clutchy and grabby.
Righty, strong look on the power play. Adam Patra has the lone power play goal this game for the Desert Dogs. Here's Jack Hanna up top. Patra for Hanna, trying to go low to high this time. The danger with that is that bounce is a little too high for anyone to grab, and it ends all the way back in dog territory.
Great job coming back there by the defender there. I believe that was Hutchinson out of Peterborough. He found Mans coming off the bench, followed him in as Mans was open for a second.
Mike Triolo up top, had 4 goals against Philly a couple of weeks ago here on Co-op Field. Shanks back for Mans, trying to go low on Getty, had him dancing for a second, but he recovers to make the save. Jonathan Donville up top on the logo here. 6:22 left to go in quarter number 2. Donville and Patra play pass. Donville for Hanna now. Vegas sends a guy behind the net. Patra steps into a shot. Chiliano makes that save, and the rebound scooped up by Casey Jackson. Jackson's got 10 goals in 8 games against Saskatchewan. Hanna flips it. Donville takes it, and Chiliano got just enough as Messenger lofts one for Boudreau. Boudreau's still going to run onto it, but Hanna might have got just enough, forces the ball into the corner.
Or at least Boudreau heard the footsteps coming and wasn't able to focus on scoring and the ball at the same time. Turns it over, but scoops it back up, and the Rush able to go to work here on the penalty kill.
Keenan finds Mans. Mans now little swim move. Shot clock's expiring. Has to let go of it. And he ends up throwing this one in Vegas' favor, unfortunately. They got 8 seconds left on their power play. And now with the ball rolling down, the ref will say, hey, sure, pick it up down here. So if Vegas wants to go quick, they could have one more power play look, or they could wait for Connor McClellan to get out of the box and play 5-on-5. Reason you don't do that is if you go quick now and the Rush get possession, McClellan's got a breakaway. Back the other way, Messenger steps into Jackson. Loose ball, Donville gets it. Donville now one-on-one with McClellan. He's got fresh legs coming out of the box. That shot got soaked by Mike Messenger. Barnable's going to grab it and run.
Second one Messenger soaked so far this game. You know, he always comes out of each game with bumps and bruises, and that's what the Rush need.
Ryan Keenan, he's on hat-trick watch here as well. Just walks it to the middle and scores. Throw those hats. The captain has a trio.
Keenan is back, feeling it this game. I gotta say, Cody, we were watching film on him from his last game. He didn't look confident, didn't look like he had that swagger that Ryan Keenan has had his entire career since being a first overall pick. That swagger is back tonight. He just decides to go one-on-one with the defender, challenges him. James Barkley kind of backs up expecting a pass, and that gives Keenan an opportunity to go down and betwixt the pantaloons of Justin Getty, and he's got his third of the game. A big game. We were calling for it. Big game out of the captain so far.
Fourth of the season. And now when you look at the grand scheme of things, 4 goals in 5 games. Hey, someone could convince me numbers play a factor. Boudreau up for Shanks. The Rush offense looks like the confidence is growing. Here's Robert Church now. Still looking for his, and now he's going to go short side and score. Well, the broadcaster jinx goes in reverse. Robert Church has his first of the season, and the Rush have 9.
Almost like he planned it, Cody. He knew you were talking about Church not having one so far this season, and there it is. All smiles there for Bobby Church. Same thing, little give and go here with Mans. Finds it up top, and Church is not going to miss from that spot when he's healthy. Good to see him back. Good to see him healthy. You saw a little bit of Rust catching a couple passes in the first quarter. Rust appears to be gone, and this Rush offense is clicking at a level we haven't seen in about 3 years, Cody.
Naso face-off scoop. The Rush only averaging 11 goals per game this year. Vegas is allowing 14.8 per game, though. Here's Austin Shanks. Shanks will go down for Mans. Mans' jump shot had Getty biting, and he got it with the left hand.
Well, in Saskatchewan, the lowest scoring team in first halves.
Here's Jack Hanna looking for his hat-trick goal, denied by Chiliano. Ball goes up for Mike Triolo, and he'll go for a bit of a jog here. Mike Triolo, 6 goals on the season. Brock Haley. Shot got deflected. Robert Church has the loose ball. Scored 45 last year. Church for Keenan. 20 on the shot clock. Here's the captain, flips it. Walter takes it. Oh, put that one side by side of his first goal of the game. Clark Walter has another.
Now that Keenan is clicking again, you can tell this Vegas defense is a little bit lost on where to go, who to shut down. Teams coming into this building, playing the Rush this year with Keenan struggling a bit, were able to let him go, not focus on him. Now, who do you leave open? Clearly, it can't be Clark Walter. Great dish there from Ryan Keenan. Like I said, Vegas is just his remedy. Little underhand scoop. Clark Walter goes airborne. And a team that had only scored 14 goals in all of their first halves combined, Cody, has 10 tonight.
That's got to put a smile on a couple faces on the bench. There you can see Jimmy Quinlan, Derek Keenan in the background. But this Rush team exactly hasn't got up to the hottest starts in games. Well, 2025, new year, new me. I guess the Rush are taking on that mentality. Here's Shanks with the rock again. Pick got set by Church. Walter's up top. Down for Keenan. Church now, a little fake inside, and Getty makes the stop.
Just got the leg protector on it, just got enough to keep it out.
Goodwin's the other way. Little backdoor feed. Hanna avoided the crease, and now he gets it back. Hard push in the back of Accioni, which ends up taking out Hanna. Bit of a domino effect there, but we're off to immediate timeout. 10-4 is the score. The Rush offense is rolling. Clark Walter has his second of the game.
or visit ESPN.com for the latest news, schedule, and scores. You can also grab your stats on the ESPN app. And one stat you might be looking at here tonight is some of the performances by the various Saskatchewan Rush players, led right now by Ryan Keenan. He of 3 goals, 1 assist for 4 points. Robert Church also chipping in with the opposite, 1 goal, 3 assists. But Keenan came into this game with just 4 points, Cody. He's already got that in the first half.
Yeah, we talked about building some confidence in the pregame show, and that's definitely been something you can see with this Rush team. They're getting in a groove. Here's Clark Walter. Down for Triolo. Triolo, little fadeaway, double pump fake, and trying to go 5-hole. Getty denies him. Back the other way, it's been the Jack Hanna show. 3 points, 2 of those cover the goal column for Vegas, and they'll need him to find another gear still if they want to pull back. Hanna, cross for Jackson. Donville slings it across for Patra. Defended by Triolo, who's caught back on defense. Kyle Killen let that one fly. Ball goes wide. Jackson tried to kick it to the middle. And Holden Garland is there. He'll scoop it up and hand it off to Matt Hossack.
If I'm Vegas, I'm maybe going to try to start running a little bit more here as the Rush. As soon as the offensive set gets set up, they're doing an awesome job keeping them outside, creating havoc.
Zach Mance is out of the corner. Finds Brock Haley. For Austin Shanks, trying to go 5-hole again. Had a little bit of success going low on Kenny. This one easily turned away, and Gagliardi's going to go up the floor. Jack Hanna now. He's been out west this way, did some coaching in Missoula, Montana with Brown Bear Academy, so just a little south of the border. Offense is back to work for the Desert Dogs. Webster, shot got blocked by Jay. And Jay was one of the guys with the flu a couple weeks ago against Philly. Ball's up the floor. Robert Church stepped down. Save made by Getty. I no clue where the rebound is, but his D partner finds it. Josh Jackson is up the floor. Jackson decides against ripping it. Messenger was going to let him. He said, hey, shoot it. I'm going to take away the pass because Donville was the forward coming off the bench.
Jackson, no goals this year. Donville, several.
Donville's got the ball right now. He'll throw it up top. 5 to shoot. Webster around Hossack to the net, and he gets blown up by Garland. Big hit there, and the Rush are going to get a timeout in with 27.6 seconds left here. Good awareness, but what a caused turnover as Holden Garland lowers the boom.
The Rush have been having an offensive party here tonight, Cody, and I know in games like that, sometimes it can be a little easy for, guys to get a little loose. We're up 6 goals, and that's how comebacks happen, especially in this league. Love seeing a play like that from Holden Garland, keeping the intensity up. They want to play well on both sides.
So if you're Jimmy Quinlan with the clipboard, who are you giving the ball to? You got 5 different goal scorers. 4 of them have multiple.
I think you've got some veteran guys here that know how to dish the pill. And to me, I'm giving it to just whoever can get open here, right? You're presumably going to pull Chiliano. You're going to have a 6-on-5. Somebody's going to be open. And as you said, you got 5 different goal scorers tonight. Then you got other guys that could possibly score the goals as well. So if I'm the Rush, I want a guy like a Mans or a Keenan or a Church to start with it, a veteran guy that knows what he's doing. And then maybe I feel like a Brock Haley could sneak open here and let go that wicked shot that rookie's got. So see if he comes out on the floor, but definitely let the veterans handle it at first. I'm wrong. It's gonna be Mike Triolo. Triolo's out there instead of Haley on this look here. Sideboards. He's always open because he's a giant.
Well, Triolo and Haley, the 2 forwards without goals tonight. And I know it's early, but hey, first half, the Rush have 10.
Let's get him in on the party.
Now they're going 6-on-5 as well. Hey, up by 6 ain't enough in this league. No lead is safe, and that's why we love the NLL. All right, shot clock is off. Rush are going 6-on-5. Mans and Church are the 2 forwards up top. Vegas will try take away Church. Mans almost had his pass picked off. He hits Keenan. Keenan's going to walk inside. Denied by Getty. 1 second left. Rush won't get another shot off, though, as David Brock steps into Clark Walter. And the Rush offense, well, connecting clicking, something we haven't seen all year. They're up 10-4. Ryan Keenan, the captain, he has a hat trick in that opening half. Frank Scigliano had himself a performance as well. 16 stops between the pipes. The Rush are up 10-4. Halftime coming up next. At the half here in Saskatoon, it's the Saskatchewan Rush up 10-4 in the Las Vegas Desert Dogs on Co-op Field. Hey, the Rush offense, they have found themselves clicking. It's just something we haven't seen to start the year, John.
It's something we haven't seen in several years, Cody. I gotta think the last time you and I were in this booth, it might have been way back to my time alone in this booth when the Rush offense was looking like this. You got guys throwing monkeys off the back. They just took off as the half went on. I gotta think the last time the Rush looked this good.
And again, it hasn't been 5-on-5 for Vegas, but they've got some offense going as well. You see Connor Kurz for their first one.
But now you look here, the Rush has slowly started to build momentum as guys start to feel it. Guys that have been missing games, right? Clark Walter didn't play a lot early in this season. They had Levi Anderson in instead of him. Clark Walter has made an impression. Another guy we talked about, Ryan Keenan, slow to start this year. Well, he's got a hat trick tonight. That one looking real pretty. You can tell he's just feeling more relaxed. I mean, Vegas has Jack Hanna. If you have Jack Hanna, you're going to be in these games. He's such a dangerous player. He's keeping the Desert Dogs alive in this and keeping it close as you look at some of his high skill there. Like, that's a goal scorer's goal right there. Shoot it hard and hope it finds twine, but Ryan Keenan, monkey jumps off his back in the first, and then he's really starting to feel it. Meanwhile, Robert Church's first of the year, he missed a few games. He's starting to feel it. Clark Walter, they sat him up in the press box for a couple games. Super Mario Mustache says, bring me back. And as you can see here, a lot of Saskatchewan.
Yeah, the Rush out shooting Las Vegas 34-20. Face-off battle closer than maybe some have expected. The Rush leading that category 10-6. Power plays, Rush are 1 for 3. Vegas at 50%. Loose ball battle a little bit in Saskatchewan's favor. But the score that matters, Saskatchewan 10, Vegas 4. More halftime coming up next from SaskTel Center. Around the NLL here in week 7, we had 3 games last night. Ottawa beat Georgia 14-10. Buffalo beat Toronto, a thriller, 15-13. Everyone's talking about that one. Hey, Vancouver also a big comeback against San Diego, 11-9. This afternoon it was Philly dumping Calgary, 13-11. And Halifax is up 18-15 on Rochester in the 4th. Colorado just got one on the board here. First quarter, they're taking on the Albany Firewolves. Well, week 6 in the National Lacrosse League brought some of the most exciting plays we've seen this season. Here are the top plays from last week's action.
Courier, the team's leader in loose balls, who has it. San Diego, Benesh on the doorstep. Higgins again. Threw a mid out there and got it.
That is absolutely ridiculous here.
Walker slings it to Crawford. Callum Crawford ramming inside. Crawford scores!
The power of Callum Crawford is just too much to deal with. Watch how he leaps in the air, goes with the twister.
Just means a well-balanced attack from both teams and some pretty good defense as well.
Wesley Berg!
My captain, Wesley Berg, watch this one. Just sit back and marvel at the dexterity, the athleticism, and then the finish of Westberg.
Over for Lyle Thompson. Thompson goes over the top. He scores the dunk.
Driving the ball to the net, not necessarily taking it behind and dunking, being that threat that's going to drive the ball to the net.
Very excited how he molds young players, and the goal for Crawford being here is to alleviate the young players. That is a highlight reel.
Last year was averaging just under 2 goals a game. This year, he's averaging over 3. And you can see why with moves like that.
Before we begin the second half of tonight's game, we want to take a moment to say our hearts are with everyone impacted by the devastating wildfires in Southern California. Those displaced from their homes, those facing uncertainty, and the communities working to rebuild. We also want to express our deepest gratitude to the courageous first responders, firefighters, emergency personnel, and volunteers who are risking their lives to protect others and preserve our communities. Tonight, we stand in solidarity with Southern California and send our support and strength to all of those affected. Thank you for joining us in recognizing the resilience of our communities and the bravery of those on the front lines.
Definitely keeping everyone down south of the border in California, an area affected. In our thoughts here this evening, Saskatchewan, Vegas playing the medicine game here on a Saturday night in Toontown, and it's been the Rush offense that has definitely stepped it up in the opening 30 minutes of play. Look at this, the comeback kits through week 6 didn't lead once at halftime so far. They're 3-1 on the year here. Hey, the sky ain't falling, but you can look at Saskatchewan's total goals, 44. 30 of them have been scored in the second half. I'm not a math guy. Jackson definitely is our producer. 68% there scored in the second half. Vegas on the flip side, second most goals allowed in the second half in the NLL this season. That's 39. And again, first time the Rush lead in that half. It's been crazy, but hey, that's the season. Hasn't it been a wild start to the NLL season? I feel like the Rush were like, wow, this is crazy. Everyone's kind of feeling it.
Well, and that's it. This whole season has been, upside down. Albany, they're off to a rough start. Toronto's off to a rough start, even though they played a hell of a game against Buffalo the other night. That was a great game for the eyeballs. Meanwhile, you've got the Rush that, we thought they were going to be a playoff team. You and I were on that bandwagon, think they were going to be good. And even with missing some key players, we thought, okay, you missing Church for most of this. You're missing, you missed Shanks for a game. Keenan starts slow. You didn't think in any world they'd be 3-1. Never mind, 3-1, and up 10-4 at half over the Vegas Desert Dogs. So Vegas is hoping it's Bizarro land here in the second half.
Robert Church with the ball. 1 goal in this game as he returns from an injury that happened on December 14th. Zach Mann's with it here. 2 in the opening half. Mann steps down into 1. Got deflected by the defender. Austin Shanks has it in the corner. Shanks up top for Church. 7 on the shot clock. Keenan, hat-trick in the opening half. He'll spin down, flips it all the way up top. Mans lets it go as the shot clock's expiring. And the save is made by Justin Getty, who replaced Landon Kells in that opening quarter.
I was just going to come and say that Kells gave up 5 goals on 13 shots and got the hook early. And never really a thought of putting him back in. He was on the bench throwing off his equipment like it was a yard sale.
Vegas offense goes to work. Jack Hanna has led the way. And now, I believe there might have been a shot clock issue here. They will get this reset. And again, hey, there's some tech issues. That happens. That's a part of life. And sometimes, the refs can make a couple of mistakes here as well. They'll get that figured out. Jack Hanna's been phenomenal, though. And that offense, again, we know the names. Hanna, Donville, Casey Jackson, Kyle Killen, guys like that. But I'm still impressed by some of the rookies and guys like Jackson Weber and obviously Adam Potter. He's a 2nd overall pick. You should be impressed by him.
Certainly.
But they got some young guns here who are coming to play.
Certainly they do. Of course, Jack Hanna is leading the way, 2 goals, 1 assist. So if we're looking at the goaltenders here, this has been the night for Frank Chiliano. He's got a couple in that he's wanted back, but you see Kells, he started the game, not a strong start. Chiliano starting strong, which has been his MO this entire season. That's been Chiliano's job in the first half, has been to keep the Rush into it until the offense get going. I mean, you got Jack Hanna doing Jack Hanna things. Chiliano standing up, getting tall, and making the big save there. Good game so far for Chiliano.
Donville trying a little backhand twister. Chiliano makes the save, and hey, on cue with you, John Fraser, as Matt Accioni dumps this one up for Holden Garland. Garland down for Clark Walter. Walter's got 2 in the game, 3 on the year. Brock Haley out of the corner. What a 2 forwards not to score in that opening half. Wouldn't have predicted that one. Here goes Haley inside. Shot goes wide. Church has it. 2 on the shot clock, though. Keenan whips it down for Haley, and he's got to drop this one.
Yeah, Haley coming into this one, 6 goals, 9 assists for a nice 15 points on the season, but not one of the 5 men that have goals so far for Saskatchewan. You can see there, too, Vegas, speaking of guys with goals for Saskatchewan, paying a lot more attention to Ryan Keenan in this second half.
Here goes Webster, cuts in on Jays, denied by Chiliano, but a penalty coming up against Saskatchewan.
And you were mentioning the young guys here for Vegas that are stepping up in a big way. One of them was Jackson Webster. We focused on him off the top. He had 6 points, in his debut. This time going hard to the net, drawing the call after going airborne there on Chiliano. So the Vegas power play gonna go back to work against a pretty good rush penalty kill. 64% so far this season is that rush penalty kill.
Vegas on the power play with the righty strong look. Jack Hanna's up top. Patra and Donville in the shooter spots. Jackson and Killen will play crease side. Here's Donville. Hanna's up top. Little flip back to him. Across the crease. Patra wants to go down low for Killen. Donville crossing, they score. It's Casey Jackson who puts that one top shelf.
Right on cue, Cody. We're talking about players for Vegas and their different offensive options, and Casey Jackson coming up big there with the power play goal. It's going to be his 8th of the year. Just great ball movement here. The Rush have been so good at putting that pressure on the Vegas players to the outside. This time with the man advantage, using the extra little bit of space. Got a little bit of confusion there on Garland. The cross box pass works out well. It's behind Chiliano. And a big goal here for Vegas. I know it's just one. You know, you can always chip away at leads in the National Lacrosse League. But that to me, it felt like a party atmosphere in here for the Rush. Oh, so it's good for Vegas to get one here and maybe start chipping away and coming back.
Nacelle picks up the face-off win, and now he's got to clear the zone. Flips one for Jared Smith, who will keep it hot, and Ryan Barnable has it in the corner. Man's up top. Again, Vegas has 5, 4 of them on the special teams. Barnable inside scores. Number 3 on the season for Ryan Barnable.
You mentioned it earlier in this game, Cody, that Ryan Barnable always has the green light to come on and stay in play, and that's a great reason why right there. You got to look at it firsthand. Barnable stays on with the O. Great transition player. He's got 3 on the year while being a defensive specialist, and that's pretty impressive there for the young man out of Whitby. This time Barnable just sneaks on in, decides, hey, I'm going to stay on for some offensive fun. Great pass there from Zach Mans. The defense focusing a little bit on Mans here, as you should. Guy's the leading goal getter for the Rush. And instead, Ryan Barnable sneaks betwixt the 2 4 and 44s for the Vegas Desert Dogs. And the Rush quickly put an end to the midi 1-goal run there by the Desert Dogs.
Naso won that face-off a little too cleanly. He scoops it right out of play. Now, do you get the face-off win in the turnover? I'm not sure. We'll let the stats experts figure that one out here. Jack Hanna with it now. Flips it back for Donville. Kinnear zips this one across. Hanna, far side of the floor. Donville on the restraining line. His pass got deflected by Frank Chiliano. Now he had Webster behind him. Hanna trying to go low to the glove side. Whips it wide as the shot clock's going to expire on the Desert Dogs here.
And the lively boards at SaskTel Center doing a favor for the home team here as that one ends up all the way down in Vegas territory. So the Rush now a full 30 to execute their offense here.
Well, you get the 5 forwards on the floor right away as Austin Shanks is out there with Brock Haley. Church is in the corner. Up top for Keenan. He's feeling it, but Getty drops down and absorbs it in the lower abdomen.
Getty's made some good saves since coming in.
Webster off the bench, tries a little toe drag, got it back, and he scores. That's the thing of beauty by the rookie, and Jackson Webster gives the Desert Dogs 6.
How was that kid sitting in the press box, Cody Jansen? Wow, what a play there by Webster. Just when you thought that maybe Jarrett Smith had created the turnover, Webster scoops it off the turf and goes past the Winnipeg Jet. Little twister move on Chiliano. Chiliano doesn't look happy to give that one up, but I mean, that was just a great shot there by Webster, beat his man, picked his own loose ball off the turf, and headed to the net. 4th goal in only 2 games this year, Cody.
Yeah, he's been impressive. We talked about him. Hey, it's not always scoring the big goals. He's doing the little things right as well. Plus, you chip in like that, doesn't hurt. Jake Boudreau now after the faceoff was stripped by Goodwin. And the Dogs will get possession again as Jacob Rouet outlet pass. Vegas down by 5. Not a safe lead ever in the game of lacrosse. Donville, little spin move back on Barnable, trying to go far side. It misses the mark. Casey Jackson can't grab the loose ball, but Boudreau floats one for Barnable. See if anyone can come up with it. Donville's back there. Accioni booted it forward, and that's where Mike Messenger finds it. David Brock trying to come over the top and won't cause a turnover. Rush will leave it here. Zach Mance, 1-on-4. Don't know if he was going to shoot that there. They kind of gave him a lane. Now it's up top. Triolo off the bench. Lets that one fly. David Brock grabs it off the half wall.
The old school split save and a beauty. And don't forget, Cody, talking about Rush having leads and no lead is safe. They almost blew a big one in Rochester earlier this year, so they've been known to let teams back in it when they do have the lead.
Casey Jackson up top, defended by Adam J. 7 on the shot clock. Long range from Kyle Killen. Ends up behind the net. Patra has it. Maybe a dunk attempt if he's quick. But Jake Boudreau got back there in time and cut off any opportunity the youngster out of Whitby might have. Vegas is punching back. They're not going anywhere. Jackson Webster has the latest. It's 11-6 on Co-op Field.
Another connection between a couple goalies, the 2 men who started betwixt the posts in this one, Frank Chiliano and Landon Kells. The 2, although never teammates with the Calgary Roughnecks organization, both drafted by the team. Of course, Chiliano played there a long time. Kells had a game or 2 there after Chiliano had left, but 2 men originally Calgary draft picks. So Calgary, thank you for drafting well and providing us with our goaltending tonight.
Rush offense will run it up the floor. It's Clark Walter over to Austin Shanks, the former Halifax Thunderbird. Shanks to the middle, back for Zach Mance. Trying to go far side. Getty got that one in the armpit. And I don't have to be a goaltender to tell you, that one does not feel good when it catches you where the padding ain't.
As an ex-goaltender, I can tell you that one does not feel good where the padding ain't. There's a little spot in your chest protector. If you get it just in the wrong spot, we take a look here, where you're getting that ball traveling at 80+ miles an hour right in your arm meat. Not fun.
Webster zips one over for Jack Hanna. Hanna now across the floor. Got it right back. 1-on-1 with Boudreau. Hanna to the middle. Webster now. Backdoor feed. He found Killen there. The quick stick. Just whipped wide. Adam J for Jake Boudreau. Boudreau floats one to Brock Haley. Down to the corner. It's Austin Shanks. Shanks now. Trying to connect with Haley. Shanks would have been to a cup with the Whitby Warriors in 2013. Haley did with the Warriors 9 years later. Mance over to Haley trying to go 5-hole. Getty makes a save. Has no clue where it is, though. It was behind, and Triolo couldn't get the loose ball.
They're going to give it to Saskatchewan again here.
Rush will get a fresh 30 clock as Triolo goes back to retrieve it. 8:32 left to go, quarter number 3. It's Cody Jans and John Fraser with you this evening. Co-op Field inside SaskTel Center. Austin Shanks across to Mance. Keenan back over to Brock Haley. Haley, 2-time NLL Rookie of the Week already this season. Shanks trying to find Triolo. Keenan's in the middle. That's a bit of a mud pit, though. Can't grab the loose ball, and it gets scooped over to James Barkley.
Still surprised that Vegas isn't running a little bit more in transition. They've had some success with that tonight, Cody.
Hanna thought about it for a second, but Jared Smith, good defense, hand on stick and proper body position, pushed him out of the way. Doesn't on the shot clock. Patra can't shoot it. Donville. See if he gets a pick. Won't come from any of his forward teammates here. Here's Kyle Killen on the roll. Save made by Frank Chiliano. Loose ball is going to get scooped up by Connor McClellan. Now McClellan missed the first few games of the season with an upper body injury. And in his place came in Matt Accioni, who's been awesome since. And now Accioni checks back in now that Isaac Enjut finds himself on the IR. Austin Shanks around a pick set by Brock Haley. Shanks to the middle, bouncer. Ends up in the corner. Right 2 on the shot clock. Mans has it. Now Walter might have caught a piece of Gagliardi there. Ref says, hey, you can go sit for this one. And Vegas is going to the power play.
Now the question's going to be, is this going to be 2 or 5, Cody? It didn't look malicious, but again, whenever you get head contact like that, it was shoulder to head, clean contact. Fans here in Sask Tel Center are booing, but I mean, you can see it clear as day. Walter making a play on the ball, goes shoulder to head. Again, it doesn't look like a play he's trying to knock his head off, but I mean, that's a textbook check to the head. Let's get another look here. So on the floor, it is a major, so we will get the review to see whether or not it's 2, whether or not it's 5, whether it's 5 and a game. I do think, Cody, we're going to see a major here, would be my guess. The head was the principal point of contact, although not intentional, not violent, not malicious. That's pretty well a textbook 5 to me. My guess is 5, no game misconduct, though, because I didn't see anywhere where Clark was targeting the guy's head or trying to hurt him.
Jimmy Quinlan certainly not happy with that. Hey, we've seen a lot of these called in the season where if the refs call it a 5, they can review it.
Yes.
If they call it a 2, they can't. And now I'm not sure if that's really the best formula because it does slow down the game. But hey, as long as they're getting the call right, I think everyone's happy.
Well, and I think to make the game safer, and you know, all these guys, let's face it, almost all these guys that we're watching here tonight have Monday to Fridays, right? A concussion's the kind of thing that not only can knock you out of a game, knock you out of playing lacrosse, but knock out of your Monday to Friday, your ability to earn a living during the rest of the week. So you got to make sure you're taking player safety as a priority, right? Again, seeing it here on the replay reviews, we're taking a look at what our officiating crew is taking a look at. Again, nothing malicious, because that's what they're looking for. Does he target the head? Does he attempt to injure? It looks like he's going for a loose ball, trying to tuck by as that ball's at his feet. Walter's making his way to the bench because that shot clock's about to expire. Doesn't necessarily see him on the way, but again, you've got clear-cut shoulder-to-head contact. To me, Cody, again, not worthy of a game misconduct, but I think we are going to see 5 minutes here because that is 100% shoulder to head, intentional or not. You got a guy that gets shaken up. We're trying to get this out of the game. That would be my wager.
I think that's fair, right? And, you know, Gagliardi is up, and he did go down the tunnel here, so he's no longer on the bench.
Penalty has been reduced.
Interesting. So they must have seen that Clark Walter was on his way to the bench, didn't move, didn't do anything, but it was the principal point of contact. That's one I think could have went either way. I don't think it was ever worthy of a game misconduct or any extra discipline.
Well, Vegas will go to the power play. 2 for 3, pardon me, so far in this game. Garland's going to have it in the corner here. Only a couple of seconds to whip it down. The ref was counting him in, and this ball ends up going out of play. And so Vegas, a fresh 30 clock here. Power play goals coming out of the stick of Adam Patra and Casey Jackson so far this game. They'll set up in a righty strong look and send Jonathan Donville up top. Donville's got 4 goals this season. Hannah, a little bit of a wheel, killing backdoor for Jackson, who scores. Another power play goal for 21 and white.
We were talking about the Vegas penalty kill and what a good job they do of looking at the trends, looking at the setups, and knowing what's coming. These past 2 Casey Jackson power play goals, Cody, have been near identical. Jackson, he comes running in, gets a little outside of the defense, and gets himself open for a quick stick on the left-hand side. So both times Jackson gets caught in the wash a little bit, nobody's there, goes to the same spot on Frank Chiliano. Little close to the crease on this one as we get a couple looks at it, so you know Jimmy Quidlin, Derek Keenan going to take out the tablets, maybe take a second look, but I think it's clean. I don't think we're going to see a challenge. And we're getting Vegas. They're just hanging around, Cody.
There's no easy nights in the National Lacrosse League.
No.
Right? This is a team that knocked off Albany in their last game, and Albany went to the league finals last year.
Certainly.
Right? Anything can happen. That's why we love box lacrosse. Here's Zach Mans on the restraining line, defended by Brock. Shanks trying to go far side. Ends up back with Mans and 3 on the shot clock. He's just going to dump this in the corner.
One thing the Russia offense has been trying too hard to do a little bit in this second half has been trying to force it into guys that don't have goals yet. You see a lot of passes looking for Brock Haley. Yeah, you want Brock Haley to shoot it, but let's get to the hot stick, get to the guy that's open. You need to score more to keep this win.
Donville puts one in the chest of Frank Chiliano as Patra gets called on the crease violation.
So just take a moment. Vegas is not out of this by any means, and right there, just a sloppy play. You can't be doing that.
Patra almost ended up with it, but Holden Garland had to come back and get the loose ball.
Yeah.
Mike Messenger up the floor. 1-on-3, thought about it, and then the numbers just didn't add up as Jake Saunders stepped up there. Former first-round pick in 2022. Here's Mike Triolo. Spin down, didn't have the space he wanted. Zach Mans trying to force this one to the middle. Church couldn't catch it. Walter couldn't get a shot off either. And Saunders is going to grab it. Vegas' defense has locked it down here. They've allowed 1 goal in the last 10 minutes against this Russia offense. They put up a 10 spot in the opening half as Hannah is thinking about driving. Connor McClellan got there in time. Kyle Killen won't shoot it. Here's Kinnear trying to go behind the back, and that ends up in the corner.
It's bizarro night so far, Cody. The Rush, they were a second half team, only scoring 14 goals total through the first half of all their games combined. Meanwhile, they scored 10 in the first half. Vegas so far has been the worst second half team for goals against. They've turned that around, only 1 in 10 minutes so far.
And there you see the Rush decide, hey, we're not going to touch it yet. We want to get to our media timeout. Casey Jackson, he's had the hot stick. 2 on the power play. Vegas trails by 4. The next NLL Friday night on TSN is set as the Warriors head to Ottawa to face Jeff Teaton, the Black Bears, on January 17th at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Don't miss the action on TSN and ESPN+.
You never want to see a league lose a team, but sometimes what happens is you get gifts. And those gifts coming for both Las Vegas and Saskatchewan. One of them being a former first overall pick going to the Desert Dogs in John Donville. He's been a little bit quiet tonight, being held to just 1 assist on several good looks. But again, Cody, you look at the guys that have come from that Panther City Lacrosse Club team into this game. Donville's one of them. Hossack the other here for the Saskatchewan Rush. Some big names coming from that team that really added to the depth of both clubs.
Keenan for Triolo and Austin Shanks. Shanks down to Keenan. Inside Robert Church, and he's got 2. Bobby's back, and the Rush lead by 5.
I just said it, Cody. Time to just start looking back. Go to your offensive sets. Don't force it. Don't try to make this everybody scores night. Go to the guys who are hot and go to one of the best goal scorers in the league, Robert Church. Earlier this week, we didn't think there was a chance he was going to play after that lower body injury. Instead, he's not only getting open, he's getting open in the toughest area of the floor, right down the middle, takes it right down Main Street, puts it over the shoulder, and Robert Church has his second of the night, second of the season. Good to see Bobby back as he is closing in on the Saskatchewan Rush all-time points record.
Came into this game 7 behind Mark Matthews for the Saskatchewan Rush all-time points record. He's got 5 here this evening. Killen got himself a nice little quiet 4-assist game. Kyle Killen, normally known for putting the ball in the net, but hey, can pass the rock around as well. Casey Jackson's on hat-trick watch. Patra down for Jackson, cross for Donville, and Jake Boudreau soaks that one. I've been impressed with Boudreau this season. You can see his maturity. It's just one of those progression things where you saw at times maybe it wavers. Feels like a different Jake Boudreau in the lineup this season. That's why he's wearing an 8.
Certainly.
Austin Shanks up top for Haley. Haley down for Mans. Mans has a one-on-one here. Little step back, shot got blocked. Ball's in the corner. Walter and Haley are going to try to track it down. Haley now put it on goal. Loose ball was up for grabs.
And back to Boudreau for a second, Cody. I think a big part of that is bringing in Matt Hossack, bringing in another veteran defender who's a turnover and loose ball machine that he has to learn from. And, you know, you're able to put Hossack and Messenger out for those big moments. Maybe Boudreau isn't your number one guy like he was at times with this team last year. You can see the maturity and the growth in him.
Donville trying to get around Accioni. Killing. High shot pass ends up working out. Faked everyone in the building. Casey Jackson has a hat trick.
And Casey Jackson's got a very pretty hat trick. All 3 beauty goals. This one even more so, setting up in that spot behind Chiliano, going airborne Superman look and going behind him. Chiliano, for a minute, kind of lost it. He brought up the shoulder pads like that was coming a high shot. Goes to communicate with Messenger. I don't think anybody knew Jackson was back there. The bright white jersey, he goes missing behind Chiliano, scoops up the high pass attempt and buries it on a highlight reel goal.
10th of the season right there for Casey Jackson. 3rd of the game. All of them have come in the 3rd corner. Jared Smith runs down Cagliari. Boudreau with the outlet. Now it's Keenan. Dishes it for Church. Has Garland up top. Garland thought about shooting it. Scored one last year against Calgary. Very similar setup. Ripped it top shelf on Christian Del Bianco. Austin Shanks. The righty runs it down. Penalty coming here against Vegas. Mance over to Shanks. Got it on goal. Getty makes a save. Triolo's going to have to do it with his chin cup because the Rush are going to the power play.
Chiliano was hustling to get back to the bench, but only a couple seconds left on the shot clock, so the Rush unable to do anything with the man up, which again, statistically has been proven to give you a better chance of scoring. Again, another one of these plays that they're really watching out for plays this year. Basically, if you don't have a hand on a stick, the officials, they got their eyes locked on you, and the second you either grab stick or shirt, it's penalty time.
Robert Church with it as Mans up top. Down low, Walter, quick stick got stopped. Rebound robbed by Getty. Somehow, some way, Justin Getty robbed Shanks.
Looking like he's playing ball hockey in his driveway with that save. What a bananas land stop, Cody.
Clark Walter throws it up for Shanks, and he bobbled it here. Rush will look to settle things down. Shanks a little back pedal. Lefty strong look. Mans will steer the ship on the power play. Church a little give and go. Walter looks back door again. This time Shanks tried to go high. Taps it over the net though. Walter has it 4 to shoot. Shanks short side denied by Getty. Saw him score like that in shoot around this morning a couple of times. He can really find those small areas.
Getty, though, prepared for it after the larceny on Shanks earlier in that possession, Cody. I still can't get over that save. That was so good.
Vegas happy to kill some clock here. 10 on the shot clock, 50 seconds left in the minor penalty to Nick Preston. Jack Hanna now hauled down by Mike Messenger, and that's going to be a penalty as we'll play some 4-on-4 here for 39 seconds.
Same logic, take your hand off your stick, and once again the referees are gonna call it. Messenger just gets caught up a little bit here, and even if you're not actively grabbing a guy and bringing him down like he's a pro wrestler, as soon as your hand is off your stick, you know you're gonna be drawing extra attention. Right there, Messenger just gets it around the back and then comes back up with the shoulder. Kind of could have called it in 2 spots. Our officials get it right. We got 4-on-4.
Plenty of space out there. Here's Donville, former 1st overall pick. Donville has Killen out there. Casey Jackson looking for 4 this quarter. He's denied by Shiliano, and Matt Hossack scoops up the loose ball here. Rush can go 5-on-4. Hossack has it, though, and he wants to run. Shanks 5-hole, denied by Getty. Shiliano was out of the net. He's going to backpedal there. There's still 5 seconds to go. On the roll, Shiliano's got to make one more save here as the Rush, well, holding their breath a little bit late in quarter number 3. But it's Frank Shiliano, stands tall when needed, and across the floor from him, Justin Getty going save for save with the veteran. We got a thriller in Saskatchewan. Rush lead by 4.
Miss any of the action this season, head to NLL.com/tickets and get yourself front row seats to your favorite NLL team, all the big hits, highlight reel goals, and star-studded matchups. That's NLL.com/tickets. And you've had just about all of that in that third quarter, especially highlight reel goals from one Mr. Casey Jackson so far here for the Vegas Desert Dogs. He came up big in that third quarter. 3 goals, one of them of the Superman variety that if you're watching the highlight packs, the condensed highlights on NLL Plus, that's going to be one you're going to hit replay on a few times. Casey Jackson, hat trick in the third quarter.
Well, they'll need the offense to continue rolling if they want to force a comeback here. Down by 4, far from out of it. Rush are short-handed as it lays right now. Austin Shanks has the ball. Trying to throw it down for Mike Triolo. Double team on him. Goodwin says, hey, you can't have this thing, as Dylan Hutchison steps and grabs it.
Coming into tonight, 14 of their 52 goals scored in the fourth quarter. So Vegas likes the fourth quarter, and they're only down 4 here, Cody.
Power play for another 40 seconds as Mike Messenger is in the sin bin. It's one of Saskatchewan's top penalty killers. Killen flips it back. Donville inside. Padra robbed by Shiliano. Hannah's got it up top. They got the reset here. They call the play. Jackson back for Hannah. Trying to go down low to Donville. Not sure if that was a quick stick attempt, but Donville's got it here. Hannah, Donville, trying to get around his D-man. Jay steps in the way. Hannah with it again. Finds Jackson, denied by Shiliano. Rebounds a pop fly. Killen puts a cold shoulder into Holden Garland. And with the ball going out of play, gives him the reset. And now Messenger's out, but he's out early as there's a second left on the clock still. And so Messenger just escaped jail a little early.
He was just excited to get back in the play. You're right, Cody. If it wasn't for the stoppage, he would have been going at full speed. So I'm sure that he'll be back as soon as that one expires off the clock.
Unfortunately, when they give you a 2-minute penalty, you got to serve the full 2 minutes unless the other team scores. Now Messenger's out. Casey Jackson has the ball. Trying to go low to high. This one bounces wide. Messenger was running up on it. And now Zach Mans off the bench will grab a hold. Mans has Keenan up top. Mans a 5-point game. Keenan's got 4. Here's Brock Haley. Steps into one. Getty denies him. Loose ball grabbed by Robert Church. Church across the floor. Mans was down by the bench. Couldn't catch that pass. So keep an eye on that as Mans slowly into the players' box as Vegas gets control of it. Less than 13 to go, quarter number 4. Jack Hanna on the roll. Misses wide, and this one's going to bounce back into Desert Dog territory. Getty can't grab it. The ref says, hey, you got to leave it there. Zach Mans is out. Thankfully, it wasn't anything bad while he was laying on the turf there. Austin Shanks has it. Church will help him out on the middle. Pass back intended for Clark Walter. It's a little behind him. He's going to grab it around the restraining line. Ball back for Shanks. Trying to flip it inside for Church. Keenan has it. Trying to go back for Walter. And one too many passes by the Rush. Transition attempt here. Chiliano got his left arm as Nick Preston playing in his second National Lacrosse League game. Denied by Frank the Tank, and now Accioni wants to push the pace. Accioni finds Mans, and this one bounces wide. Hossick's got to run in, got the loose ball, got around Donville. Now Mans has a player on his back. Took a little bit of a cross check, got up, he's fine. Mike Triolo has the loose ball. Triolo, the Toronto product, finds Ryan Keenan, trying to go far side, but Justin Getty's locked in. Vegas will continue it up the floor through the neutral zone here. 11:30 left to go in the fourth quarter. 4 forwards out there. Now they'll get a fifth as Dylan Kinnear connects at the front gate. Kyle Killen for Donville. Donville, little spin back. Up top, Webster stepped down into one, and Frank Chiliano makes the save. Triolo down for Church inside Shanks. Brock up the floor. In transition, Chiliano's gonna make that save. Adam J. sprints up the floor. Rush lead by 4. 10:40 to go here. Shots are 49-34 in-house in favor of the Green Machine. Church for Shanks. Mans back to Shanks. That ball goes high and wide. Barkley will flip this. Here goes Vegas back the other way. Might have numbers if they want. Hutchison's got to slow it down. Kinnear's off the bench. Hanna whips this one wide. That'll be over and back. So we'll see when they touch it here. There's still 10 on the shot clock. Getty won't touch it. Rush will get it in the corner here. 10-11 to go in the final frame. Mans has it. 5 points for the now Saskatoon local. Keenan back for Mans. Mans down to Church. Church inside feed. Goes off Clark Walter. Keenan bats this one back. Looks like he's using a tennis racket there. Mans over to Church. Here's Robert Church. Finds the captain. Looking for 4. Flips it. Walter takes a cross check in the numbers from Jake Saunders. And then Triolo got dumped also. There's multiple penalties coming as all 3 refs have their hands in the air. 9:44 left to go in the fourth quarter. We'll let you know what's all shaken down when we come back live from Saskatchewan. Well, Mike Triolo took a shot here. You can see the first penalty. It comes on Clark Walter. And then it's the extra shot by Brandon Goodwin, right? And you look at the back there. Hey, guys are wearing kidney pads, but you can get them in the sweet spot. And that's kind of the play. Again, greasy gamesmanship. I don't really care what you call it. At the end of the day, he got him in a spot that hurts, and that's what drops Triolo.
Well, certainly. And these guys know where the gear is, and that's why right now it's a call of 5. It's a 5-minute major on the floor. Of course, is what happened earlier in this game. We are going to review it, but unlike the other one that was an incidental Clark Walter contact to the head, right now what we're seeing is you're looking at a guy that ran right up, a cross-check with a carbon metal stick into a guy's exposed kidneys, and that's why Mike Triolo is down, and he's still getting attention on the bench. Triolo still shaken up. He is a tough customer, Mike Triolo, so to knock him out of a game, that really takes a lot, as again, our officiating crew getting a second look at this. But Cody, I gotta think, I was wrong in the first one, I gotta think this one's a 5 again.
Yeah, I think there's just a little bit of malicious intent. I don't know. It sounds tough, but again, it's just a bit of a greasy cross check. You don't like seeing that. Triolo looks all right, though. You gotta like seeing that. Hey, if Vegas does come back, and obviously being down 5-on-3, that's a different beast. But if Vegas is able to come back, it's special teams, right? That's been the story. They're 3 for 5 on the power play. The Rush are 1 for 4, but we've got a call on the floor.
Number 14 from Las Vegas has been reduced to a minor penalty for checking from behind.
I can understand the logic. I think it's the spot he got him, but again, you're going for that spot, right? It's not like it was a wind-up. It was more the injury was caused by the spot he went to. Might have been just trying to give him one in the back, and he's actually walking on the Jumbotron right now. Goodwin's making faces as he was on there to the Rush fans in the house.
5-on-3 here. Rush will run it as a 4-on-3. Keep Hossack on the logo. Church down for Keenan. Back over to Shanks. Quick stick won't go. 20 seconds here, so they reset it. Mans and Church are up top. Church takes it, and this is going to bounce high. Hossack has it. They only have 10 on the shot clock here. Shanks gets it. Maybe he's looking quick shot here. Up top for Church. Flips back. Shanks has room. Far side misses. And now Mans down for Keenan. Got it on goal. Getty's going to make that save, and James Barkley with the clean scoop on the rebound. Dogs will run it up the floor. Hey, we seen a 5-on-3 for 2-minute kill yesterday in the Bandits Rock game. I'm impressed. If you can do that, you are going to give your team serious momentum. And Sean Williams has probably fingers and toes crossed that his club can pull that off here. Chiliano's got the loose ball, and he'll flip it up for Jake Boudreau. Shot clock gets reset. Rusher still in the power play. It's a 5-on-3 for 55 seconds. Shanks for Church. Mans has it. Church still with it, though. They're going to let him hop in. Not one for crease diving too often, but Church just tucks it wide. Back for Keenan. Keenan now dances inside, and he scores! Number 4 for 15, and the captain capitalizes on the power play.
First time the Rush power play has been able to do anything all night. We talked about it pregame, Cody. Vegas came in with the worst penalty kill in the league. The Rush, the worst power play. So far, Vegas has been winning the battle, but this is a big goal to go up 5 with just 8:19 left. And another big goal for Ryan Keenan, who's having himself a night. Robert Church goes for the dunk. Keenan turns around, thinks about passing, gets a little give and go working with Mans. Who do you defend there? Keenan walks in. The defender almost ends up backed up into his own goaltender, which gives Keenan an extra look. And Keenan, he's got himself another big night against Vegas. He had 9 points against them last year, and so far tonight, got himself a nice little 4-1 for 5.
Well, the last time he scored 4 or more was March of last year against Colorado inside Ball Arena. Power play still has 20 seconds to work with. Now 2 for 5. Mans and Church. Little give and go. Church is up top. Room to shoot. Getty kicks safe. Mans has the rebound. They got 10 seconds here, and they're just going to say, hey, let's let Saunders get out of the box and then run a play as he's running back. Mans up top again. 3 lefties on the floor. Walter's crease side. Walter inside. Shanks is stopped, and then he'll give Getty a little bit of a bear hug. Didn't bowl him over. He kind of got pushed in. Mans for Walter. Church, a little back pedal inside. Keenan looking for another, denied by Getty.
That bear hug by Shanks, a smart play. You run into the goal, you're getting called there, and Vegas will be back to the power play. That would have been so dangerous tonight, Cody.
Goodwin dumps it off for Donville. Donville's pass knocked down by Accioni. Vegas yet to score in this 4th quarter. They had 4 in the 3rd. 3 into the stick of Casey Jackson. Flipped up top for Kinnear. The Rocky Mountain Lacrosse League former Junior A star. Kinnear's got it. He'll cut to the middle. Little step back. Jarrett Smith all over him. Couple RMLL boys going at it. To the middle. Frank Chiliano took that one off the coconut and out of play.
Cody.
Here's Jack Hanna. Can shoot from anywhere. Webster zips one across. Skip feed finds Donville. Donville defended by Accioni. Webster drives inside. Save made by Chiliano. Boy, Webster's got some wheels there for a 3rd-round pick. That kid can ball.
Tons of speed, great acceleration, and always driving hard to the net. We were talking about it. You're either going to score or draw a penalty a lot of times there. The Rush defender there doing a good job getting out of the way.
Brock Haley. Keenan. Mans back over to Haley. Haley now, low bouncer on goal. Getty makes the save. Keenan trying to pick it up, got pushed to the ground. Battle still going on here. Haley's got it. Shot clock got reset, but there's a Vegas defender down on the grounds. I believe that's Jake Saunders.
Do believe you're correct on that
You gotta
one.
look at Brock Haley on the screen. One of the few forwards in Saskatchewan who hasn't found the back of the net here, but the training staff will attend to Jake Saunders on the turf. Saskatchewan up 13-8. The power play hasn't been pretty all the time, but it's worked. As here you get another look at it. Saunders there, it looks like when Church got pushed over, I believe that's James Barkley. He pushes Church over, and Church actually falls into the leg of Saunders.
Which is, it almost looks very similar to the same injury that Church had earlier this year, where he kind of rolled, his ankle kind of went the wrong way. Yeah, it does look like it's just rolling up, Church falling over, legs getting crossed up, bodies getting crossed up. Good to see him walking off the turf, because as you saw the first couple looks there, Jake Saunders, the Oakville product, looking like he was in a ton of pain there. You can see, yeah, Church gets knocked over, clean play, but Saunders' leg is in the wrong place at the wrong time, and he's shaken up, but able to limp off the floor here on Co-op Field. Good to see that he's able to walk off under his own power, because, man, Cody, I can tell you that was looking not great in that. After immediately you could see we had a great shot there, our camera crew. Excellent shot of the face. He looked like he was in a ton of pain. Looks like he's going to get some evaluation down in the room.
So they give the Rush refreshed 30 clock to work with here. Mans is up top. Saskatchewan leads by 5 with 5:40 to go in regulation. 3 of the Rush's 4 games this season have needed overtime. Mance, a wild BTB whip, goes over the net. And Vegas will head north. Transition. Patra over to Donville. 5-hole scores. Well, that's why you run a guy like Adam Patra out the back gate, because he can turn defense into offense quicker than we can snap our fingers. And ball ends up in the stick of Jonathan Donville, beats Chiliano, and now it's a 4-goal ball game.
Well, and that's a great coaching decision to have Patra come out of that back gate to spark something. When you're down 5 goals, you got the dying moments of the 4th. You're going to need goals, or you're going to need them in a hurry. So Patra, great play there to stay on. And then Donville, I had mentioned earlier, just the 1 assist tonight. Well, now he's got a goal. He goes between the legs of Frank Chiliano. And again, Vegas just keeps, every time they get close, they get to that 4-goal margin. They can't cut it down to 3. Let's see if this next possession is their chance to do that and keep themselves in this one.
Well, the Rush will be happy with their guy wearing 56 in green, because he keeps getting them possessions at times they most need it. Rush have the rock here. 5:05 to go. Up by 4 on Co-op Field. 1-1 so far here. Keenan over to Shanks. Shanks back for Keenan. Tip drill. Trying to go stick side this time on Getty. No room, and now Brandon Goodwin's going to go for a jog. Donville's off the bench, as is Hannah. Goodwin flips it for Jackson. A couple of shot clock issues here in-house. You can see it hasn't been resetting super smooth. Kill it. Down for Jackson. Sometimes that's technology. Hey, we can experience it all around the arena. As Austin Shanks hits Mans, short side, scores! A hat trick for Zach Mans, and the Rush back up by 5.
Every time Vegas gets close, I just mentioned it, they can't quite cut it to a 3-goal margin, and that happens again here. Zach Mans, a little bit of time and space. Vegas, they're pushing the pace. They're trying to get the transition opportunities, because you need goals and you need them in a hurry. Instead, Shanks goes for a jog, sees Mans hitting the gas pedal, and Mans just goes over the shoulder of Geddes. And again, the Rush have a 5-goal lead with only 4:20 left here in the 4th quarter.
4th time in 5 games this season that Zach Mans has a hat trick.
And I would say he's got one in every game. He hasn't had a tummy flu.
Well, 14-9's the score. Heading down the stretch in Saskatchewan, the Rush lead by 5. Don't go anywhere.
The assist of the game is brought to you by Eero. Going back to the Ryan Barnable goal as Zach Mans. Mans having himself a night. He's got a hat trick, but he can dish as well, as you see here on our Eero assist of the game. Little stop and pop finds Barnable in space. Doesn't have to slow down to get it, and he's able to put it back behind Getty.
Barnable's been good over these past few games for Saskatchewan. Him and Boudreau have stepped up in year 3 for the dynamic duo. Mans over to Robert Church. 2 points back of Mark Matthews for the Saskatchewan Rush lead in points all time. Here's Keenan. Keenan's gonna drive, trying to go short side. Getty makes the save. Transition the other way. Brandon Goodwin has it. Goodwin. Short side ends up behind the net, and Boudreau is going to scoop this one away from Patra. Boudreau wisely dumps it off as Mike Messenger settles things down here. 3:30 to go, fourth quarter. Rush up 14-9 on Co-op Field. Zach Mans, near side boards. Triolo. Held goalless so far in this contest. Had 4 against Philly a couple weeks ago. Keenan spins off. Shanks now. Dumps it. Mans on the backhand. Shovel goes wide.
Don't see that too often in lacrosse, but with the shot clock expiring, anything to get it on the net. Man's a creative attempt right there. When you got a hat trick, why not? They're dropping for you. Give it a shot.
Jonathan Donville, step back shot denied by Frank Chiliano. Jared Smith up for Jake Boudreau.
And you know the Rush are just going to do their best to slow it down every single time. Boudreau had a lane to go, and a younger Jake Boudreau probably goes there, but now he's got a little more experience. He knows pull it back, kill as much 30 as you can, especially in the final 2.5 here.
Now their penalty coming against Vegas. You can see the frustration starting to boil over on their side. Keenan has it. They'll drop it as the shot clock expires, but the Rush are going to another power play, and they're 2 for 6 tonight.
Well, with 2 minutes left and a 5-goal lead, this is going to be a dream scenario here for the Saskatchewan Rush. Having the man advantage just makes it that much easier to kill some time, makes it that much harder for the Desert Dogs to come back, and especially when it's Jackson going to the box, who's got a hat trick tonight and has looked like Vegas's best player. So, you know, we talk about the Saskatchewan Rush's power play struggles. I don't think they're going to try to figure it out here, Cody. Watch for them to play keep away, try to get a shot with the clock about to expire. Just kill time before the end of this one.
Goodwin is going to chase here a little bit as Vegas will look to try cause a turnover. Down a man that is not easy to do. Brock and Goodwin are up top. Keenan, Mans, and Church will pass it around. Here's Church, takes it, got Getty going the wrong way, hit him in the stick. Shanks behind the net. Church comes down with it. Shot clock didn't reset again in-house. Walter left it on the turf, though. Fooled him.
Well, both the officials were signaling for reset, but again, when the buzzer goes, Walter thought he had to drop it. And again, if you play with it too much there, you're going to end up with a minor penalty, and that's the last thing the Rush want. So Clark Walter, you can't fault the guy for making that mistake. He's doing the right thing, but
it's first nature when you've been doing it for 20 years.
Exactly.
Right? Rush still on the power play for 60 seconds. 80 seconds left to go in the contest. Saskatchewan looking to move to 4-1. Vegas would drop to 1-5. Shanks is in the corner. 5 on the shot clock. Shanks now. Back for Walter. Keenan has it. And he'll have to dump this one in the corner as the shot clock goes off for real this time.
Well, again, we were talking about it, just the power play here. You just want to kill some time, especially the lively boards here at SaskTel Center. Really easy for a bounce to go the wrong way and be in the back of your net. And even though 5 goals is quite the margin, you never know. Team gets cooking.
Zach Mans to Shanks, and he scores. Well, the insurance marker comes in the form of another hat trick. It's Austin Shanks. That's 3 for 33.
It's a good thing in pro lacrosse that you don't actually yard your hat onto the turf, because there wouldn't be anybody here with any headwear. And it's cold tonight in Saskatchewan. Talked about killing time, but if you're going to get a look like that, 2-on-1, Zach Mans, Austin Shanks. Mans had our hero assist of the game. Why not just get another one while you're in there? Another pretty one to Shanks. Shanks scores, finishes off his hat trick, and Saskatchewan now up by 6 in the final minute.
Jack Hanna off the face-off. He'll run this one up, and he hammers that. That almost came up in the press box here.
I think it did, Cody. I think it ended up in one of the booths to the left of us. It's like baseball guys watching out for those foul balls.
Messenger up for Boudreau. Boudreau's going to try a runaway from a double team, and that he will. A week from today, Saskatchewan goes to Toronto to take on the Rock. And Saskatchewan knows they'll be up against a hungry squad that's 0-5, while the Rush sit at 4-1. Messenger will just dump this one down. Shot clock expiring. Messenger, you won't get credited with a save, but you'll count it. And the Rush pick up a win on Co-op Field. 15-9 is the final.
Chiliano was busy enough, so Messenger just had to make the one save. The Rush finally play a game that isn't about to give either you or I a heart attack, Cody Jansen. They came out here, they played well, they got a big win in front of the fans.
Well, you got to give it up for the super fans like Gord Jacobs, who missed today because he's getting a pacemaker put in. So no, it's a pretty easy one. You can sit back in your chair, crack a beverage, and enjoy it in peace, because the Rush, well, they dominated. It's all smiles in the handshake line. 3 hat tricks for the Saskatchewan Rush tonight. The offense, 6 different goal scorers. Zach Mans, 8 points. Frank Chiliano, phenomenal between the pipes. He'll finish with just 29 saves, but a lot of those grade A chances. He was tested.
He was tested often. Athletic saves. I know the book on Frank Chiliano is make him make the athletic saves and it may not happen. This season, Chiliano's made those 10-bell saves on a regular basis. And again, Cody, like you said, the boys just wanted to give Gord an easy night as he gets his pacemaker. And Gord, we're thinking of you, buddy.
Well, Saskatchewan back on Co-op Field in a couple of weeks' time. January 25th, the Albany Firewolves come to town, 7 o'clock. Face-off on Co-op Field. Tonight, though, the Rush dominate. 8 points from Zach Mans, 4 goals from the captain. Final score, 15-9. Produced by Jackson Farrow and directed by Richard Wells. It's been an NLL production in association with Dome Productions. Coordinating producer for the NLL, Scott Zellatoro. Manager of broadcasts, Michael Pennant. Senior VP of NLL Broadcast Operations, Ed Durst. The executive director of the NLL is Joel Felt.